Hello everyone! Today I thought I'd show you how to make another jewelry item, a pendant, using 4 different shades of pink in order to allow for a nice transition of the colors that is appealing and eye-catching. It took me quite a while to make because of the many different shapes needed and the time spent to arrange them together to fit the overall design, but the result looks great. I'll be starting with making 2 loose coils of different shades but the same size that I will shape in the same way. What is very important for you to know is that these few shapes from the beginning of the video have loose coils as their starting point, but are shaped and sized in different ways according to a pattern that I had in mind for this specific video. The basic loose coil shape should be the starting point, and then your imagination should take care of coming up with new shapes to fit your project. To be easier, you can just draw your design on a piece of paper or print it off the internet and start working on top of that. You can also click the link in the top right corner that will take you to the basic shapes tutorial to see how the loose coil is made. I am using the combo also to make some shapes, with the first 3 of them being looping circles. After I made the first one from one strip of paper, I carefully removed it off the comb, making sure I don't mess with the loopings, and I bent it into a teardrop. To be sure it stays in place, I added a small piece of paper over it, wrapping it and gluing the end. The second circle looping was made from 2 strips of paper of a different shade, and, after removing it off the comb, I shaped it into a moon. The third one, also made from 2 strips of paper, was shaped a little bit differently from the second one, meaning that one of the ends was a little more curved than the other one. This is where the transition from shade to shade comes into play, and you should plan this well ahead of you making the pieces, in order for your final design to have a smooth flow from shade to shade. You might be tempted to add more shades, but you need to remember that most of the times less is more, so keep it simple. Next, to make sure I will build the two halves of my pendant similarly, I used the polystyrene board that is usually used for the detailed quilling technique with a white sheet of paper over it, in which I pinned my needles and secured the design with their help, so all my elements can stay in the exact position where they were put until the glue dries out, and so I can make sure the design is even and similar. You'll need many pins for this, but they will keep your design in place, so use them where you think you need them, because sometimes you don't have enough of them. If you printed your design, make sure that the needles follow the outline, because when you have complex shapes, it might become hard to see the paper underneath. If necessary, I can readjust my parts until completion, according to what I see fit, and according to how I think it may look better. To add some sparkle, I will use my favorite element, a big and shiny teardrop Swarovski crystal, and, to be able to attach it, I will create a support for it using several strips and shape it into a teardrop, exactly as my cute pink rock, and then I will glue the two together. If you want to invest in a stronger glue, you can always order on the web a special Swarovski crystal glue and use that instead of the paper one. Then I will make two really small ring coils, and one will be attached to the body of the pendant and the other one on the support of the crystal, and then I will use a short chain to connect the two of them. I also added the big chain by fitting it to the back of the pendant through some flat paper loops, and that's it. Hope you liked today's video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave a like. I didn't show the way I added the chain because for me it was a compromise situation, as the chain I used cannot be split in half. Normally, you can add the chain to your pendant in a different way than I did, by using two halves of a chain, each one connected with each of the two upper sides of the jewelry piece. Since my chain cannot be split, I had to come up with a way to connect it to the piece, but it's not the ideal way to do it. Another thing worth mentioning is that, of course, you can and you should spray the pendant with some lacquer for more durability. Let me know down in the comments if you would consider wearing this pendant, maybe with a silver or even gold chain attached, and on what occasion would that be. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Take care!